welcome to Quest for Readers Creative Corner. I'm Mrs. O, and I am learning how to create and draw with Jarrett Lerner. If you would like to join me, please go to jarrettlerner.com and you can print out these same sheets that I'm using here today. It's jarrettlerner.com, and those are the sheets I'm working off. This week we're going to be developing a comic, and we're going to be doing a little bit of the story each day. So the first thing we're going to look at is the setting of the story. So I brought out this little paper here. It says, look, it's a time machine. If you could use it, where would you go? Why? What would you do there? So I thought in order for us to get a little bit of a setting for our story, the first thing I would think about is really great memories that I have that I might want to relive or just relive even in my head. And so this week I'm thinking a lot about my dogs. I had two dogs. One passed away a couple years ago, and my other one is probably nearing the end. So we're thinking a lot about him. But I thought two of my happiest memories are when I brought each of them home. They were 2 years apart. But I'm going to write those memories down here, and I'm going to use this kind of as a doodle or a mind map. And so I'm going to write bringing Kota, that was our first dog, and Teddy, that's our current dog, home. Those were some really great memories. I'm going to do a whole bunch of stuff about my dogs. That's what I'm going to try and focus on, and then maybe I'll pick a certain one. Another thing, my wedding, Kota and Teddy were the ring bearers. So they got little tuxedos and they walked down the aisle with two of our friends and gave us the rings for our wedding. So those were some really good memories. Kota and I did a lot of classes at the very beginning when I just had Kota, and one of my favorite things was we did the agility class, which means he goes in and out of like poles and up ramps and down and through the tunnels, and I love doing things like that. I also, Teddy right now is considered a therapy dog, so he's allowed to go different places with me because of some of the things that are in my life. And so even just having Teddy and knowing he's around, I don't know if I can think of I'm trying to think of a specific time where, or even I think I really like bringing him to the hockey rink. I don't love going to the hockey rink by myself. So bringing Teddy and having him right beside me is a really great memory that I would have. We've brought Teddy and Kota lots of places, but we used to live in Banff before we lived here in Saskatchewan, and there was the best dog park you've ever seen. It wasn't a fenced-in dog park. It was just a massive, massive amount of land at the base of mountains, and there was like just lots of trails and a river and ponds, and they could go swimming. So I'm going to call it like the Banff Dog Park. And I can remember so many times my husband and I taking our dogs there and just letting them run and climb mountains and swim in the ponds. And we had so much fun with them at the Banff Dog Park. I guess it was more the Canmore Dog Park. We had to drive out of Banff into Canmore. And I think another really great memory is when we brought Caleb home from the hospital. We already had both Teddy and Kota and had for many years, but seeing how they reacted to a brand new baby and Caleb being a day old and meeting what we would call his brothers and kind of having that first experience of dogs and realizing that they're part of his family. Another really funny memory is we have this hilarious video of Caleb. He can't even sit up yet. He's just lying on his stomach, and we have a Kong bone. It's kind of like a rubber bone, and Caleb grabbed it and he was chewing it like this, and then Teddy just gently took it out of his mouth and took it away from him and started chewing it. And then Caleb grabs it back and is chewing it, and then Teddy grabs it back. So sharing the Kong bone. I know that's disgusting to a lot of people, but we thought it was hilarious, and we were like, "Yay, you're sharing!" We thought it was awesome. So that was just probably one of the most hilarious memories that we have. So I developed a whole bunch of these. I'm going to pick one that's about my dogs. I really want to write about my dogs this week. And that's going to be the setting that I'm going to carry through to tomorrow and the next day. So what I want you guys to do at home is I want you to brainstorm some happy memories, and then you're going to pick one that you can develop as we go on. And tomorrow we're going to be looking more at the characters that are in that happy memory and the feelings that they might have, okay? So, hope you have fun with this. Remember, if you don't have this paper, you just use a scrap piece of paper or your writer's notebook or anything you want. Think of some happy memories that you would love to travel back in time and relive. And I'll see you, I guess, tomorrow.